Lesson 85, Creating Stem and Leaf Plots and Histograms. Example 85.1. The following are the grades of 15 students in their math class, and they asked to create a stem leaf plot. So this is very easy. What you do is you make a line, and then you see the first number that is different in each one of these numbers. So we see we have 90s, we have 70s, 60s, 80s, and that's it. So we'll start with 60s, then 70s, 80s, and 90s. That is our stem. Now we're going to put in order the leaves. So we'll start with the 60s. We have 69, and that's it. So we're just going to put a 9 here. Then we'll go with the 70s. We have 75, 75, and 77. So I'll put 75 2 times. So we put 2 leaves of 5, and then 77, which is another 7 there. Now that we have the 70s, we go to the 80s. We have 86 and 88, 87, 85, and 84. So we have 84, 85, 86, 87, and 88. So we have 5 80s, and we are done. And now we put the 90s again in order. So we have 190. Then we have 2 92s, so we put 2 2s. And then we have a 93, 95, and a 99. Now it says that we have 15 numbers, so we have to count here that we have 15 leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we got them all. And that's it. Pretty simple. So again, you get like what is the main number, that's your stem, and then the leaves is the last number. Okay, now the exercise also asks that we write a histogram. Now the histogram is a vertical bar graph that tells us the frequency of something. So in this case, we're going to put frequency here on the y-axis. So that's our frequency. How many 90s, how many 60s, how many 80s, how many 70s. So since the most we have is 6, I'll just do here 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here on the horizontal, we have the grades, the actual grades. So I'm going to start on 60 because that's the lowest, to 70. And these, the next one, for example, to 80, has to be at the same distance as 60 to 70. It has to have the same width. And then 90, and then 100. If you have graphing paper, you can do this a lot better than I am doing it. And then we count, how many 60s do we have? Well, we only have one, 69. So we make a bar graph that is only 1. Then how many 70s? We have 3. So we go up to 3. How many 80s? We have 5. So we go to 5. And then 90s, we have 6. So we go one up. And that's it. If we were to put how many of each do we have 1 60, we have 3 70s, we have 5 80s, and we have 6 90s. And those are the 15 grades that we have. So notice that it's very easy to see which one is the one that we have the most. For example, we see that we have a higher grades. We have more higher grades than lower grades. So we have more 90s than 60s, for example. We can also see by just looking at here that we have a mode. The mode is 92 and 75. We could also find the median. The median would be the one in the center. So since there's 15 students, it would be the number 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's put it here. The mode, it's actually 2 numbers, 75 and 92. Then we have the median, which we just found, is 87. And if we wanted to find the range is the biggest minus the smallest. So in this case, 99 minus 69, which is 30. And then the mean, I'm not going to do it because it takes more time, but it would be adding all of them. So the sum over, in this case, 15, because we have 15 numbers. So notice, we can analyze all the different things that we usually do just with this information, and it's very easy to see what we have. So that's it, the stem leaf plot and the histogram. The histogram reflects the information that we see in the stem leaf plot. And remember, histogram is always frequency, and the width of the columns they have to be all the same. And also notice how they're all touching each other. There cannot be any spacing between those bars. Let's look at this next example. In this one, they're just asking to find the range, mean, mode, and median. Notice that they are giving us these numbers in order, because they always have to be in order so that we can find those things easily. Now, notice that here our stem, this is the stem, has two numbers. So the numbers are 3-digit numbers. So we have 821, 821, 825, 828. Then we have 830. Then there's nothing here, so we don't have 840. And then there's the 850 and all of those. So let's find the range. Again, is the biggest, 858, minus the smallest, 821. And if we subtract that, we get 37. Then the mean, remember the mean is the same as average. So we have to add them all and divide by the number of numbers. So we'll write all of those numbers to add them, and then we're going to divide by the number of numbers, which in this case is 9. And if we do that addition and division, we get 7,542 divided by 9, which is 838. And that would be the mean or the average. Now remember that for the mode is the one that repeats the most. And in this case, we have 821 that repeats 2 times and nothing else repeats. So 821 is our mode. Finally, we have the median. Remember, the median is in order, the one in the middle. Since there are 9 numbers, we do have one in the middle, which is 830, and that is our median. And that's it, pretty easy. All right, let's look at one last example. In this one, they give us a frequency chart or a histogram, and they say that this is the speed of 40 cars. So again, let's remember the characteristics of the histogram. As you can see, all of the bars have the same width, and they are next to each other. Now, the one here on the side is the frequency, how many number of cars we have that go in that speed. And here on the bottom, we have the ranges of speeds that the cars drove at. So let's look at the first question. It says, how many cars drove between 35 and 44 miles per hour? So 35 is here, and 44 is just before 45. So it's both of these 2 bars. Now for the first one, we have 11 cars that drove in that range of speeds, and for the other one is 9. So 11 plus 9 is 20 cars. Notice that they cannot ask for 45 miles per hour because that would be in the other one. That would be in the next bar. Next question says, what percent of the cars drove faster than 50 miles per hour? So we have here 4 cars that drove faster than 50 miles per hour. And so that would be, to find percentage, remember that percentage is always the part over the total. So in this case, the part is 4 and the total is 40. And then we multiply times 100 to find the percent. And so in this case, if we divide here, that's going to be 1 and 10. And then if we cancel zeros or divide by 10, the percent is 10%. And that will be our answer here. And that's it. Pretty easy lesson. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.